Hello, I am Josh Albrecht, and this is my first ever YouTube video. Since it's my first, I figured why not share a story from my first trip to Russia. It was back in March of 2014, and I had only flown on a plane once before, and that was pre-9/11 on a very short flight. Shall we say, things were a lot different then. As luck would have it, I chose to fly overseas for the very first time in my life to, of course, Russia during the Sochi Olympics. Also, when Russia invaded Crimea, and one day before I left, the Malaysian Airlines Flight 370 went missing. Perhaps I should also mention the fact that I do a podcast called the Slapbox Podcast, and we thought it was a great idea if I watched the Tom Hanks classic Castaway the night before my flight, so I would know what to do if the plane went down, like maybe if I needed to do emergency dental work. Luckily though, and spoiler alert, the plane didn't crash because you know what, I didn't pack an ice skate or a volleyball. It took a total of 20 hours, including all of the layovers. I believe there was 3 layovers on the way to my final destination of St. Petersburg. In all that time, I did not sleep a wink, perhaps from all the excitement of traveling to a foreign country for the first time. Maybe it was a lack of knowing the Russian language. I only knew a little bit. Я немного понимаю по-русски. Or maybe it was the fact that there was a commercial airliner that went missing the day before my flight. When I finally arrived at my hotel, I was really tired. I'm sure it was because of the lack of sleep, but and my stomach, it was making a lot of noises. It was very active, shall we say. I guess it needs food. So it had been something like 7 or 8 hours since I had eaten, and it was on the flight to Finland. So I was like, well, you know what? I guess screw it. I'm tired. I'll get some room service, though. I wanted my first meal there to be something very Russian, like, go to street vendor, get some borscht, something Russian. And no, I was tired, so fuck it, let's get some room service. I looked at the menu right before recording this at the Demetria Art Hotel where I was staying. There's a lot of tasty stuff on there. It's very Russian stuff. It's got stroganoff and a bunch of just looks like yummy stuff. But as I recall, when I was there, I only remember seeing really 2 options as far as like an entree would go, and it was like cheeseburger or fish and chips. And since I was really excited for my first meal to be something very Russian, I was like, well, I can't go for something that I can get here in the States. Cheeseburgers you can get anywhere. So I was like, fuck, I guess I'll go fish and chips. So I get the fish and chips, and they bring it up to my room. I take something like 2 bites of the fish, and I realize those sounds are not hunger sounds that are going on inside my stomach. There is something very sinister at play inside my stomach, and it's almost like I'm waiting for an alien to pop out of there. I don't know what's going on. I realize I'm in for a bad trip. Things are not gonna go well, as I was there for, I believe, 5 nights, and while I was there, I still didn't sleep. I believe I had food poisoning. The thing that I thought might have given me food poisoning was on the flight to Finland. There was 2 meals. They had the dinner that I had the option of chicken or pasta, and when they gave me that option, I do recall in my head thinking of the movie Airplane, where they have chicken or fish as the options. Everybody that had the fish had food poisoning. That was going through my head as they gave me this option. I was like, well, I guess I'll go with the pasta because, like, chicken, I could get salmonella. I'm like, I remember thinking clearly, I don't want to get food poisoning. And maybe that's what did it. It could have been all mental. But then again, I don't think it was the pasta that really set my stomach off. I think that the last meal on the plane they had given us was just like a sandwich with deli meat on it that was like wrapped in saran wrap. If I did get food poisoning, it was probably that did it. Then again, maybe all the stress just destroyed my stomach. I'll never know. I didn't go to a doctor. So I didn't get out much because like I just felt rough the entire trip. I was there 5 nights. Didn't sleep much while I was there. I ate like one other time other than the time I got food service. I tried to eat breakfast one morning and it was just not working out well. And I just felt like I was gonna puke the entire time. Well, one day, as I'm watching one of the 2 stations that is in English, which I had the options of either CNN or BBC News, which again, the only news that was on there was about the Malaysian Airlines flight disappearing and of course Russia invading Crimea. 2 things that were not good for me to be seeing when I had another long flight ahead of me in a few days, and I was in Russia. So as I was watching, I got a knock on the door from housekeeping, and I have some empathy for people that clean rooms in hotels because my grandparents ran a motel for several years, so I can really visualize the people that have to clean these rooms. Now, I met the girl that cleaned the room. She was, I would say, like 16, 17-year-old Russian girl, and she was really nice. She spoke very good English. Everybody at the hotel spoke really good English. I've got this whole backstory for her in my head. I just imagine her cleaning up all kinds of horrible things in this hotel, and she probably doesn't get paid much. Now, fast forward to the next day in the hotel, I'm once again laying on the bed there in the hotel watching BBC News, and I'm sitting there just in my boxers. I am laying on top of a white comforter. We are talking pure white comforter. And my stomach didn't give me any warning about what was brewing. There was no sound. There was no cramp. All of a sudden, I just start spraying out of my asshole onto the bed. And I've never moved faster in my entire life. I jump out of the bed. I clench my ass cheeks as hard as I possibly could to stop the spray of the fecal matter, and I look down at the white comforter to see about a quarter size spot on the white comforter of this green fluid. It was like a bright green fluid. I'd never seen anything like that come out of my body before. And because of the white comforter, it just stuck out. The contrast was crazy. Your eyes were immediately drawn to the fecal matter on the bedspread. So, I'm panicking at this moment. I'm thinking of this poor young Russian girl that's now going to have to clean up my shit. I can't have that happen, so I run to the bathroom. I spray out the rest that I have in my system into the toilet and use the bidet to clean up, which came in very handy. Also, my first time with a bidet. Although I would have preferred it be a fountain bidet where the water shoots up from below. Unfortunately, it wasn't. It was more of a faucet where the water just kind of came down. You had to spread your cheeks to be able to use it. Once I was clean, I was like, oh no, I still have to get rid of this stain on the comforter. And I had thrown my shitty boxers into the shower while I grabbed a washcloth and lathered it up with soap as much as I could because I couldn't have anybody come clean up my shit. So I run out to this white comforter, just naked, and I'm scrubbing violently the stain, just like, please, please come out. This bright green fluid, just, it's gotta go. And luckily I'd gotten it out, so like, major crisis averted. But then I go into the bathroom and I realize, well, I still got these shitty boxers. They're just covered in this bright green fluid that sprayed out of my ass. So, and there was really nothing in the trash can for me to really like cover up these shitty boxers. So like, I figured she was gonna immediately see these boxers covered in green fluid when she comes to clean the room. So I'm like, oh, I can't have that either. So I washed the boxers in the sink as well. And needless to say, it was a rough trip, very rough trip. I took one photo of myself while I was there, and I had bought a Russian hat for my friend, and I took a picture of myself here. And if you look at it, my eyes are just sunken in. I must have lost a lot of weight. Again, I ate like twice while I was there. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed my story of me shitting the bed in Russia. If you like it, of course, hit the like button. Subscribe if you want to. I plan to put more videos out. I'm not sure at this point when my next one will be or how frequently I'll be able to do it. So until we meet again.